it was just fun to, be out there having fun with my teammates and, being a part of something special like USA Basketball. But it was even more fun to, get the updates from Coach about what was going on back here and to see the girls on Instagram paddle boating and Zooming, just having a good time without us. But we're glad to be back and, looking forward to a great second half of the season.
Me now?
Yes, you.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming out. Great crowd today. Yeah, like Seimone said, it was just it was a great month. A lot of hard work and just a lot of hours in the gym went into that from everyone, and I think you just we had a lot of fun. We tried to enjoy every moment and try to put everything into the games and on the court, and we did that. And like Seimone said, we got to all kind of do it together, and I feel like we brought a lot to the team. The three of us all tried to bring our strengths and do what we're really good at to the team every game, and I feel like we did that, and won the gold medal, and now we're thrilled to be back and just ready to get things going again in our WNBA season here.
Excuse me, a little jet lagged. I know for me it was a thrill being the youngest member on the team. I was trying to do a lot of watching and observing, and one thing that I think every now and again I would stop to think about is how blessed I was to be on this team. If you look at the roster 1 through 12, it's pretty ridiculous to think about the amount of talent that was on this Olympic team, and the veterans and the captains that we had. Everyone's a captain in their own right, but the captains we had with Diana, Tamika, and Sue, it was really fun to play with them, knowing it'll probably be my last time most likely to play with them. It was a real honor. I get these two, to play with some more, but it was truly an honor to be a part of this team. It was so fun, just good quality people. No one cared who got the credit. We were just out there trying to make sure we were the best team possible, and I think you guys could see that. So I'm just thrilled to be a part of it and have everybody here so excited, and hopefully you guys felt a part of it too.
Let's open it up to some questions. We've got some microphones that are going to be passed around, so if you could just wait your turn and then state your name and affiliation and ask your question.
Mike Beaton, Examiner.com. At the beginning of this tournament, how did you three kind of help get the rest of the team up to speed in terms of chemistry? Because you three seem to be in sync, especially during the exhibition run.
Well, I think that, we tried to do our thing, and just play hard together. And, we kind of came in there, like you said, those first 2 games, and we were a part of the second group that kind of came in and just wanted to bring a lot of energy, offensively and defensively, and just make plays. And, you could feel our connection out there for sure from playing together for a couple years, and I think it really helped us.
Jeff Williams, Sports Page Magazine. Now that you guys are home, have you guys made the mental transition to Lynx basketball yet compared to spending the last month on Olympic basketball?
I think it's a little bit of an adjustment. It's not that big of an adjustment. It's still basketball. Just kind of getting into the rhythm of our offense, and just different little concepts that we do. I don't know from the outside looking in if you're really aware of all the little details that go into executing what we do. So it's just a matter of remembering what we want to do as a Lynx organization. Just little things in how we front the post, or how we cut or set up the timing of this certain play. So some of those things we'll have to work out the kinks as a team, just from not playing for a while. But once you get into the whistle blows and it's time to play, it's just basketball. So there shouldn't be that much of a transition.
Joe Schmidt from Channel 5. This especially for Lindsay and Maya, since Simone's an old veteran at winning gold medals. What was it like? I'm sure you guys both at some point in your life dreamed about winning a gold medal in the Olympics, but when they finally put that medal on your neck, can you describe what was going through your mind and where you went with that?
I think part of the reason we felt so good on that medal stand was just how we played. For the longest, I've had really great coaches that have always emphasized how you play, not the scoreboard. And first you want to get the win, but to make it the best way possible is always the goal. And so we finished out that Olympic run, and we played well. We played well together. We overcame some challenges in that semifinal game, and then we just put it on, in that gold medal game against France and just played phenomenally. So when I was standing up there, I felt really proud of the way we played and the group that I was able to do it with. So it felt good to send out those veterans, who this was their third time around, or the people who had done it before, just to make sure that the run continued. So I was proud to be a part of that.
I agree with everything Maya said.
Thanks, Way.
And I guess for me, the first thing was it was just I couldn't believe how actually heavy the medal was, just in terms of the actual medal.
Pretty heavy.
How heavy it was. And so just, and then I was a little off because they were announcing our names and they were kind of behind, so it was like we're trying to hurry up and I don't know, bend over really quick so I could put them on, because it's just like everything is so like, okay, right foot up first, left foot up together, and it was like all these things were like, okay, I don't want to be the one to mess it up, or like, bend over too much and fall over, or something, so I was just like, I didn't want to be the one to kind of, mess it up. So I was just trying to do everything, the way they told me to do it. And then, like I said, it's very heavy.
Mark Remy, LynxBasketball.com. Seimone, you've been through this, but now you're with your teammates with the Lynx. How different was it getting a chance to experience it with them?
It was great. We got a lot of time together. With the Lynx, we kind of go to work and then you leave, go home.
That's you.
That's me? I know. Okay. Like I said, a lot of times, we work and then we go home. We probably won't see each other until the next day at practice or a game or whatever. This experience gave us a lot of time together. It was more like a college setting where we ate dinner together, we ate breakfast together, we did everything together. So we got to bond, a lot. I got to hear Maya play her iPod drums on the bus on the way to practice to and from. Me and Whalen cracked jokes a lot on the bus. It was just a great bonding experience for us, but most importantly, we got an opportunity to show the world what we're capable of, as a unit, as these three. Los Lynx worldwide is what we always say, and we got a lot of opportunities to play, on the court together, and I think people kind of understood why we're one of the best teams in the league.
North, and we're on. You guys were back at practice today. Was it like you never left, or did you feel like there's been that 4 or 5 week gap?
Oh, we felt the gap. We felt the gap. We had to get back, we got back into our place and stuff. It was like, hold on, can we go back over this? Because we're still kind of trying to transition over. But it was a warm welcoming from our teammates, from the coaches. Everybody had smiles, and we were so happy to see each other. And it was just refreshing, to be able to get back here and look forward to everything that we have going on in the second half of the season.
For anyone who would like it, any fear that after that type of emotional high that the rest of the season over here becomes anticlimactic?
Mm-mm. You can't really compare anything to the Olympics just because it's kind of a once in a lifetime as far as you're playing with the best in the world. But as far as a league goes, this is the most competitive league in the world. And there's really hardly, I don't know what you can compare as a professional league that would be more satisfying than a WNBA championship, which is what all of us are going for. So to work at that and to, win game by game and go through things as a team, it's very satisfying, and we look forward to it. We look forward to every game. We look forward to every practice together. And it is a quick turnaround, and we do have to make sure that we stay mentally ready, emotionally ready, physically ready. But we realize what we have, and the coaching staff does a great job of making sure that we have fun and remember what a special group that we have, and we enjoy it. We enjoy every day. I don't think there'll be a problem of not getting excited to play. I mean, come on. We're going to be excited. You guys are going to be excited. Fans are excited. You guys help us out in the Target Center. It's going to be fun.
Seimone, what's your longest break from basketball?
My longest break?
Longest break from basketball in the last year and a half or so with the European and the Olympics and the WNBA.
There's 2 days that we had off. 2 days that we had off before we got here. Before that it was the ACL injury, but it's so tough. Like, you kind of have to force yourself to take some time off because everything is so, European season, WNBA season, everything's so compact. But this is the life of a women's basketball player, and we, take it by the horns and, push forward.
Do you think the public realizes what a long, they talk about long seasons. Yours is about 11 months, right?
Yeah, something like that. I think they're starting to realize it. I think, we talked about it a lot at the Olympics. We had a camera crew following us around, kind of, following our journey. And, we mainly talked about, the transition from one season to the next, and then adding in the Olympic season. It's, even more pressure, placed upon us and our bodies and things like that. So I think people are becoming more aware of how long our season actually, goes on.
Television ratings were nearly double from 2008 levels, and Gino was particularly complimentary of all three of you. So how does this international stage transition the product to get more people attached to Lynx basketball?
Well, it's going to help. The more people see us, the more they're going to fall in love with us. I think it's one of the most rewarding things to hear somebody say, I never really watched either basketball or women's basketball, but then when I saw you guys, I became hooked. It makes us feel so good, and then they go and tell somebody, and then they bring their families. And the cool thing about the WNBA is it's here in the U.S., so our families, our friends, the American people can come see us play, at least for a portion of the year when we're here for the 5 months in the summer. So having that exposure is huge, and people continuing to tell their friends, their family, as much as possible about how great of a team we are, because we really do have a special group, and the WNBA as a whole has gotten to a whole nother level, and this team especially is leading the way. So we really tried to take advantage of that time and that exposure to let the world see the awesome things that are happening here in Minneapolis.
This is for you guys, just off the court. What was the one thing, if anything, that stands out the most about the Olympic experience?
Off the court? I think just getting to be around, the whole team, and maybe getting to know somebody that you played against for years, but then now you're teammates, and kind of just having that connection. Then just getting to know different people. Like I said, that you might not have had that chance before. We had a lot of time on the bus over there. We were just talking about that. An hour each way everywhere we went. So there's a lot of team bonding time in that too, So I think that, like Seimone said, it was a lot like a college atmosphere. So you really, got close with everybody, and it was just cool to see the team kind of form together and come together as our time went on.
Maya, did Gino enjoy yelling at you again? Practices?
I'm sure. I don't know how he sleeps at night. If he can't yell at me, something's missing in his life. He's great. I think everybody here, you know, deep down they like it when he yells at them and tells them, you know, Seimone, do this, or Lindsay, think about that. Even though he didn't yell at Lindsay. He didn't yell at you. You were treated. You had preferential treatment, I think. You're just that good. You're just that good. But
A couple of times he did.
okay, a couple.
Come back and get the ball.
Yeah. yeah. Lindsay, you take out the ball.
Yeah.
Just always take out the ball. But yeah, he brought his same energy, his same passion, his same expectations for us, and I know that everybody here, I think, believed in him and what he wanted for us, and trusted in what he was trying to do for us, and I think he communicated very well his expectations and what he wanted to do, and there were times where we had to kind of figure some things out for ourselves. He's one of those coaches that he'll give you some guidelines, but then he says, you go play. And you figure it out and you make it happen, which frees us up to use our creativity, our experience, our skills to be just kind of spontaneous, which I think the three of us play really well that way. You know, Seimone being able to create her shots, and Lindsay and I just kind of getting out in transition a few times. It was really fun to play that way, and knowing that he believed in us. He wasn't gonna. You know, there were times where he'd say, you know, work to your strengths, but if you're strong at something, he wanted us to do it all day until somebody stopped it. So I felt very comfortable, and I'm pretty sure these two felt really comfortable offensively and defensively.
Question for Lindsay. Bruce Brothers from the Pioneer Press. I saw you at practice. You were wrapped pretty much from hip to ankle. Your legs were. You also had ice bags on afterwards. How difficult physically is it going to be to get back into the WNBA after that tournament, and how about emotionally?
Well, I think that's part of just you know, where we're at in our seasons and our careers. You just have to really take care of your body in all aspects, and you know, I think, you know, getting rest, and then, you know, eating right, doing treatment, making sure you're stretching, doing all those things, and all those things come into a huge, you know, into play during this time, and we've all done it for a lot of years now, so I think it's something that we all understand, you know, what you need to do to be successful and to play at a high level.
Since you guys won the gold on Saturday, how many times have you taken it out, looked at it, taken a picture, let your family members try it on?
Quite a few. I mean, we did it, well, I did it when we came through customs. The guy was like, you can come over to my line or whatever. And I knew what that was about. Like, I was like, okay, let me get it out. He got me through the line quicker, so I was perfectly fine with it. But I mean, everywhere you go, everywhere I've been, people have been asking, like, you got your gold medal on you? I'm like, no, why would I be walking around with my medal? But it's great because everybody's so enthusiastic about it, like so excited about, you know, wanting to see the medal, and the people that do get a chance to see it, it's like, you know, mind-boggling for them. So.
Jamie Erdahl, FSN, right here. You guys said there was a lot of team bonding going on. You had a lot of time in the bus. Those girls, now you're going to have to go play against them the second half of the season. Is there going to be some kind of special connection you have when you see them on the court, when you have to face those girls?
No connection. It's cut off. Yeah, we got our game faces back on. You know, it was fun when we were together and we were teammates, and now we're back to, you know, competition. Like, we're competitors. Like, we're back rivals again. When I see you on Friday or Sunday or whenever it may be, it's no more joking, playing. Like, we're back to doing our job.